What is the secret that you need to know to reach 6 figures of revenue on Amazon? Is there something that 6 figures seller know that you do not know? In today's video, I'm going to give you a checklist of things that you need to know. Either it is just regular knowledge that you need to be a 6 figure seller, or things that you actually need to know how to do, all right, before you are able to reach 6 figures. So spoiler alert, there's no secret, all right? So the whole reason why I'm doing this video is because there's actually no secret. And more than likely, you already have everything that you need to reach 6 figures. And you're gonna see with this checklist that the stuff that I'm going to list in this list is stuff that I already talked about in previous videos, right? I made extensive videos on all those subjects. And if you've been watching all those videos, you have everything that you need to reach 6 figures on Amazon, right? 6 figures a year, $100,000 a year. Before we actually start, all right, we are soon gonna start a test group where I'm gonna take 4 to 6 of you guys who have capital to scale to start from nothing to reach your first $10,000 a month of revenue on Amazon, all right? So if you have the capital to do this, link in the description, join the wait list, all right? We do not know yet when it's going to start. We are putting everything in place, but we are building the infrastructure to be able to do this. If you just need one session, all right, of private coaching, one-on-one coaching, there's not the link in the description. It's best for you if you are not necessarily a beginner, but you have some stuff that is bugging you, all right, to reach your goals so we can build an action plan. And quick, just so you guys know, the session is not just a one-time thing. So if you book a session, we build a plan for you to reach your goals, and you can come back to me if you have issues with that goal to build without me needing to build you further. All right, so you book a session, we build a plan, and then I can follow you to make sure that you actually reach that plan. All right, so link in the description if you need a one-on-one session, if you need a mentor to reach your goal. Third link you're gonna find is the Discord server, all right? Discord server, you need to network if you want to reach your goals in this business. By the way, for the test group, watch yesterday's video. I talked about it in length if you do not know what I'm talking about. But yeah, for the Discord server, you need to network if you want to grow. You're gonna need a lot of people on the Discord server. Join the Discord server, come hang out with us. And yeah, let's have fun, let's hang out, and meet new friends that are selling on Amazon. So, as I said, we are going to talk about the stuff that you need to be a 6-figure sellers. A lot of you guys are in a state of information paralysis, all right? You are, and fear of missing out, maybe, because you are always looking for the next new thing that you actually need to know to reach your goal. You're going to see that you actually do not need anything else. You probably know everything that you need, and you are just trying to add stuff on top that is not necessarily needed to reach your goal, all right? 6 figures on Amazon is not a crazy number. And let's just start to break down the number first so you can realize what 6 figure is. 6 figures, $100,000 a year, all right, is $8,300 something a month, all right? If you want to sell $8,300 a month, you are gonna need to spend every single month on inventory. You're gonna need to spend around half of that, all right? So you are going to need, if you want to maintain at that level, so you are going to need to spend in between close to $4,500 every single month. $4,500 every single month is a little bit over $100. Let's just call it $150. All right, let's just call it $150. $150 a day in inventory is not a hard number to reach. You just need to have the capital, all right? And if you want to maintain these numbers, you are probably gonna need to have around 2 months worth of inventory, like 2 months of cash to be able to have 2 months, all right? So twice that. So let's call it $9,000, all right? Let's just call it $9,000 because you need to have that in capital to have, because let's say most of the time you're gonna see that in between the time that you actually purchase your inventory and you sell it in full, it's going to take around 2 months, all right? 60 days, 2 months. So you're going to need to have 2 months of inventory in stock at all time, except if you actually want to sell stuff faster. Yes, you can try to bring your average day in inventory to 30 days and make your inventory flip way faster. But 60 days is a good benchmark. All right. So what you are gonna want to do is have this, like if you want to reach six figures, you are gonna need to build your capital up to that point. All right. That's the most important thing. All right. You cannot build your business. And I'm talking about online arbitrage. No, if you sell books, it's going to be different because books you can get them for way cheaper. And with retail arbitrage, same thing. You can get higher margins, stuff like that. So it's going to be a little bit different because with retail arbitrage, you can really find cheap products if you source at the right place and stuff like that, and you really optimize your budget. With online arbitrage, it's going to be a little bit different, but we are talking mainly about online arbitrage because this is what interests a lot more people, all right? So yeah, six figures, $8,000 something a month. If you reach $8,000 something a month, you're going to reach six figures a year. And yeah, so what you're going to do is this: $9,000 in capital. This is the first thing. This is the first thing in the checklist. This is the first thing that you are going to need to have. All right. So if you already have $9,000 in capital, right, and you have a little bit more than that to get some coaching, you want some help to reach that fast, link in the description, coaching calls, or join the waitlist. But whatever works best for you. So the next thing that you're going to need to do, and we are going to start talking about the knowledge that you need to have to reach that number. The first thing that you are going to need to know how to do is you are going to need to, and not necessarily how to do, but some knowledge that you're going to need to have is knowing the basic terminology, all right, of selling on Amazon. So you are going to need to know what a NASIN is. A NASIN is the characters, like the I think it's 9 digits, the 9-digit code. I don't even know if it's 9 digits. I don't think there's a fixed number of digits, but it's some digits that every single product on Amazon has, and it's an identification number for every single item on Amazon, all right? So you're going to need to know what a NASIN is. You're going to need to understand what BSR is, what the bestseller rank, what the sales rank is. It's a ranking of the products on Amazon that tells you how fast the product is selling. You're going to need to know what the buy box is. I talked about this extensively as well. If you do not know what the buy box is, on Amazon, sales happen in the buy box. And the video is pretty bright, right? Let me just dim it a little bit. So it's better for you guys. Here you go. So you are going to know what the buy box is. What the buy box is basically is, you know, when you click on add to cart on Amazon to add a product to your cart or to buy now, this is what the buy box is. Under that, you're going to see the name of the seller that is selling you the product, all right? What you want to do is win the buy box to be able to get those sales on those listings, because you need to understand as well how listings works on Amazon, all right? How Amazon listings work. You're going to need to know the difference between FBM, FBA. We are going to talk about the listings in a few, all right? But you are going to need to know the difference in between FBM and FBA. FBM being fulfilled by a merchant and FBA being fulfilled by Amazon, all right? And I know it's still beginner stuff, but we are going to dive into the more complicated stuff, but I want to make sure that you have the foundation right, all right? To make sure that you know all that, because most of the time, what you guys don't have is the foundation, and you want to go to the most advanced stuff, like the advanced sourcing methods, all that stuff. You do not need that, all right, to reach six figures. You do not need to be a crazy good at sourcing to reach six figures, whatever. So you're going to need to know what FBM and FBA is. FBM, fulfilled by merchant, is when you store your products yourself and you ship them yourself. FBA, fulfilled by Amazon, is when you send all your products to Amazon, they store it for you, they take care of all the logistics, and they ship you. I'm sorry. They ship your products to the customers and they take care of the customer service. FBA is going to advantage you in winning the buy box, but I have a whole lot of videos on how to win the buy box that you can watch as well, because yes, you're going to need to learn how to win the buy box. And the last thing, you're going to need to know what hazmat product is, what meltable is, the different types of restriction that can happen on a product. So hazmats are product that you are not going to be able to sell FBA when you start. It's deodorant, all that stuff that have gas, that are dangerous goods. And meltable is anything that melt, that you cannot send to FBA, you cannot send to Amazon. You can sell them FBM, but you cannot send them to Amazon once the meltable season is over. So once the meltable season is on, and we are currently in the meltable season. I think it ends soon. So yeah, I do not remember, but it's basically the summer. Anything that's meltable, you cannot send them to Amazon because it can melt in their warehouse, all right? They do not have the capacity to store meltable products for you and make sure that they do not melt. So yeah, that's pretty much all the terminology that you need to know. I make a full video in the future on all the terminology, all the words that you need to know, any lingo that you need to know that Amazon sellers talk about and that we often talk about. Because if you do not know all these, if you do not know all the terminology, it's going to be hard for you to actually, when you need to troubleshoot something, to actually follow instructions and stuff like that, all right? So this is the first thing that you need to know. The second thing that you're going to need to know, all right? And once again, it's going to be beginner stuff, because I want you guys to realize that to reach six figures, once again, and I know I repeat myself, but to reach six figures, you do not need some crazy knowledge, all right? You pretty much know everything, and you're going to see as we go through this checklist that you pretty much know everything. So the next thing that you're going to need to know, to understand, is to understand how Amazon listings work. It's different than on any other websites where you sell stuff, okay? So on most websites, when you actually want to sell something, you need to create your own listing, all right? So if you want to sell some Nike shoes that you bought wherever, you need to create your own listing. You need to take some pictures of the products. You need to, you need to set the price on the listing, all that stuff. It's totally different on Amazon and with the business model that you actually do when it comes to arbitrage, right? Yes, you can create your own listings on Amazon, but with the business models that we are running, we are not looking at creating listings. What we do is we look at listings that already exist, for which there's already a demand, and we actually try to find those products profitably, and we list them on those listings. So either we go on a website, we try to check the products that looks interesting, we look on Amazon if they actually have a listing for it, or it's the other way around, we found some listings on some other sellers, storefront, and from there we actually try to look on Google if we can find a product profitably somewhere, right? And so the name of the game when it comes to arbitrage with the business model that I talk about mainly on this channel, and with most business model on Amazon, this is what the strength of Amazon is Amazon already has the traffic, all right? So you do not pay for ads, you do not pay for anything. You go on those listings, you list your products on those listings that already exist, and you compete with other sellers on price and on multiple stuff to win the buy box, all right? It's not like other platforms such as eBay where everybody has its own listings. Yes, for some products there's multiple listings, but most of the time this is not what you're looking at. Most of the time what you want to look at is, yes, you're looking at that, but you won't find the listing that sells the fastest. You can know that by looking at the seller rank and the seller rank, the best seller rank, the number of reviews, and looking at Keepa. We are going to talk about Keepa in a few, but we are going to talk because this is one of the main things that you need to know how to use. But we are going to learn. We are going to move to the next part, which is you need to understand the account health panel to avoid mistakes. So you need to know. You need to have a pretty good, not necessarily a good idea, but like you need to know pretty much what you can and cannot do on Amazon and what can get you in trouble. Because if you do not know, you can get in trouble. And it can cause some issues to your Amazon account. So what you want to do is go through the account panel, watch some videos on Amazon Seller University if you want, and really try to understand what is allowed on Amazon and what is not allowed. All right, it's pretty common sense. All right, do not sell anything that is. Try to have some receipts, some track record for every single item in your inventory, so you can prove the authenticity of your items. Do not sell fake item, inauthentic products. Make sure that Amazon customers are happy, and stay away from products where the brand is actually saying. Try to stay away from IP complaints. This is a term that I could have added to the basic terminology. IP complaints is when a brand actually complain about their like they try to get you out of their listing because they do not want people selling their products on Amazon, and it's their right. The way they do it is pretty shady, but it's their right to not want you guys to actually sell their product on Amazon, and so in that case, stay away from those products. All right, these are the main things that you are going to need to deal with when it comes to the health of your account. All right, avoid IP complaints. Avoid inauthentic complaints. You are going to receive some, all right, in your journey, but you can fight them, and you are going to need to learn how to fight those things. I have videos on the subject on how to fight IP complaints and how to fight inauthentic complaints. pretty easy. Do not stress when you get one. It's easy to get removed, all right? So, and you can always work with the brand, stuff like that. And Amazon will work with you. They are not easy to work with, but they will eventually work with you, all right? So, next thing. And it's a big one because this is the one thing that everybody asks about. It is going to be learning how to get ungated in brands and learning how to get ungated in categories because it differs a little bit. I have a whole set of video. I have a playlist of videos on how to get ungated. Okay? So, getting ungated is pretty easy. Just look at the playlist. Just type Chris Mangunza, which is my name, by the way. Nice to meet you if it's the first video that you see on my channel, if it's the first time that you see me. Subscribe, by the way, because I release a new video every day on selling on Amazon. But yeah, just type my name in the search bar right above you, right there, all right? Type Chris Mangunza, and then add ungating, UNGATING. I have tens of videos of the subject. It's pretty easy. What ungating means, what being gated is when you start selling on Amazon, you are not going to be able to sell a lot of things because you are what we call gated, all right? A lot of brands are going to be restricted. A lot of categories are going to be restricted. What you want to do is get approval to sell in those, all right? So you are going to need to know to learn how to do it. It's starting to get a little bit more difficult, but like the more sales you get, the easier it starts to get to be ungated. Right now, Amazon is making it a little bit harder, and there's period of times like this where it's a little bit harder, a little bit easier, a little bit harder. It pretty much changes all the time, right? So what you are trying to want to do is get a distributor for the brands and categories that you want to sell in. Find a distributor. I have a whole lot of videos for a lot of distributor, for a lot of categories, for a lot of brands, for the main brands. Watch the video, and if not, you can do what is called the Amazon to Amazon method. Just know that for now, it's a little bit harder to get ungated than usual, so it's gonna change. You know, it's a cycle. It's always been a cycle. So just watch the videos, learn how to get ungated. Yes, you are, even when it's easy, you are gonna get rejected. So now that it's a little bit harder, you're gonna get rejected more times. The only thing that you're gonna need to do is keep submitting invoices, all right? Basically, you need an invoice with 10 items of a specific brand of category. If it's a category ungate, you're gonna need to take pictures of the products, of all sizes of the products, of the packaging, and send it to Amazon, and they're going to approve you, all right? Sometimes it takes time, but they're going to approve you. Watch my videos on ungating if you want to get ungated. Watch the first one I ever released. I go on everything, every single brand, every single category, like the most common ones, to help you get ungated, and I give you tips on how to actually do it, all right? So, next, the big one. You're going to need to learn how to read keeper charts to actually understand some stuff about the market for a specific product, all right? So the first big thing, and I have a whole video that people actually liked on Keepa that goes in depth about everything that you need to know about Keepa. So once again, same thing, Chris Mangunza in the search bar, Keepa, Keepa, I'm sorry, and you are gonna, so Keepa, you are gonna find a video on Keepa. All right, it's a tweet. I don't think there's my face on the thumbnail. The thumbnail is a tweet, and I think it's Jeff Bezos on the thumbnail. I do not remember, but whatever. So, what you are gonna need to learn on Keepa is you need to first learn how to pretty much determine at what price you are going to be able to sell a product. This is one of the most important factors because the buy box could be high right now, the buy box could be lower than usual right now, and by looking at historical data, you can pretty much figure out at what price you're going to be able to sell a product, all right? Next thing, you're going to need to be able to figure out if you can actually win the buy box on the product, all right? So by looking at the buy box statistics on Keepa, there's a lot of data that is going to help you. And once again, I have a full video on the subject. But just to resume, you go to the buy box data tab and you see if the buy box rotates in between sellers. Next thing you're going to need to know is you're going to need to learn how to read variation, right? And to see if variations are selling. Whole videos on that. Watch my video called Sales Rank is a Lie. I talk about that as well. You need to know if you can win the buy box, at what price you can actually win the buy box, how fast you're going to be able to sell a product. And so by learning how to use Keepa and just watch my video on it and take notes, all right, By doing all this, you are going to be able to make great purchasing decisions. This is everything that you need, all right? Keepa, learning to read Keepa charts, learning to how to use Keepa is going to be the most important thing in your Amazon journey if you want to avoid bad buys, all right? This is the most important, I'd say, software. This is the only, if you only need to get one piece of software, it is going to be Keepa, all right? Because without Keepa, you cannot do anything. And so, yeah, Keepa, get the buy box. The next thing you're going to need to learn how to do is to manufacture your margins, all right? To be able to create a moat around your products. I talk about that in large, all right? I have some videos called How to Manufacture Margins. Watch my videos on gift cards as well. Manufacturing your margins is using everything that you can to reduce your price on a product, all right? So for example, you find a product on sale. On top of that, you add a coupon. On top of that, you add a discounted gift card. And on top of that, you add cashback from your credit card. Cashback from, not only from your credit card, but also cashback from cashback extension. I released a video on my favorite cashback extension not too long ago, but it's adding everything on top of the other to reduce your price as much as you can so you can increase your profit margins. This is what we call manufacturing your margins. I'm sorry, I lost my words. So yeah, manufacturing your margins. And the last thing that you're gonna need to do is choose a sourcing method, all right? And watch my video, all right? Simple. Watch my video on how to actually find profitable products to sell on Amazon, all right? No reverse sourcing, no storefront stalking, not all that bullshit that is subsidized by affiliate programs for softwares. I'm sorry to say it, that's the truth. Just learn how to manufacture your margins. And yes, I am an affiliate for those softwares, but to be honest, I don't think this is where you need to start if you want to grow the fastest. This is not what helped me grow the fastest when I was starting. I started doing storefront stalking pretty late in my online arbitrage journey. So, because I thought it sucks. So, learn how to watch this video, learn how to build your target list. Build your target list every single day and refine your strategy every single day continuously. See what works, see what doesn't work, and then do this. Build your target list, look at sale, try to find product, try to spend $150 every day and do it continuously, all right? Work on everything that I said before. Do this every single day. If you know this and you source every single day, that's all you need, all right? You do not need anything else. At that point, once you know all that, it's just going to be just repetition. That's it, repetition, try different websites, source on different websites. There's no secret. That's it. That's the only thing. There's really no secret. Just repetition. Source again and again and again every single day. Try to reach $150 of spend every single day. If you are able to spend $150 every single day on inventory on average, that's it. You're going to be a six-figure seller soon. That's all you need to do. That's the benchmark. That's it. There's no secret. That's the only thing. And to be able to do this in a good way, you need to be able to build a strong target list every single day. If you do not know what a target list is, once again, watch my video, how to actually find profitable online arbitrage products to sell on Amazon, how to find profitable products to sell on Amazon, how to find profitable online arbitrage products to sell on Amazon. It's one of the first videos that I released. So go to my YouTube channel. If you cannot find it in a YouTube search, go to my YouTube channel, scroll down all the way. And it's back when I used to do editing on my videos. So the video is pretty entertaining as well. But yeah, that's all it is. That's really all it is. All right. Just after that, it's just repetition, just repeating this every day until you can reach comfortably $150 a day in spend. And you're going to be a six-figure seller. That's it. That's all you need. All right? So I hope this video was helpful as always. If you're new here, subscribe. Like this video. It helps a lot, always. And yeah, that's it for today. Watch these other videos on the screen if you want to keep learning about selling on Amazon. And thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.